All right, guys, so back with the DR650. Since I put the TM40 flat slide carb on, I've done about 500 miles on it or so, and the thing runs fantastic. I have a few small complaints. First complaint, at a kind of just running a constant speed, maybe quarter to 3/8 throttle, it kind of has a weird surge, and so I've got some like mid-range tuning that I need to handle. The other thing is I'm getting terrible fuel mileage. So I don't know, I never really kept track of what I got with the stock carb, but the 2-day ride that I went on, I had another DR650 that was in my group, and I think he was getting around 45 miles to the gallon. My buddy Matt over at Steezy's Motorcycle, he was on his new KTM, and he was getting like 60 miles to the gallon, and I was getting like 30 to 32 miles to the gallon. So it was thirsty. And I think it may be due to my mid-range. So I had my needle, I had it set up where the clip was in the very middle position with the little nylon washer underneath the clip. And so I just pulled the needle out. I moved the clip up one, which will lower the needle and lean it out through that mid-range. And so I'm gonna try it like that. I've got a ride this weekend that I'm going to go on, so I'm going to try that, see how it goes. I'm also, just so I can kind of keep track of throttle position, I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so on my grip, I just took a silver Sharpie and I just put a little silver dot there, throttle's completely closed, and then I put another dot there on my throttle housing. And then I open my throttle all the way and put another dot there, and so that's wide open throttle. And then I just split the difference, put a half mark. This is quarter throttle, 3/4 throttle. And so this will give me a good visual reference. When I'm running down the road, if I'm holding it here, I know I'm at quarter throttle. If I'm, so that'll help me gauge how much, like where my throttle position is, where I need to actually try to tune a little bit. This carb is a used carb. It was originally on a Harley Davidson of some sort. I bought it on eBay. So it was just a used HS40 carb, which is identical to the TN40. So that's why I had to swap out the jets when I did the conversion. But I don't know the age of this. You guys saw it. If not, check out the videos up there. It was really dirty, really gross when I first got it. And I didn't really pay super close attention to the needle, but when I just had it out to change the clip position, I did see a little bit of wear on the needle, and it would have been roughly in the like 1/8 to 1/4 throttle position. So maybe that wear is allowing more fuel to flow than should, but I'm gonna try this needle clip position and see how it does on this next ride. Okay, my next thing that I wanted to check was my accelerator pump adjustment. So what you're wanting to adjust is the gap between this white and the top of this silver rod. This is your accelerator pump rod. So between this white little wing and that. And what I've read online is anywhere between 80 to 100 thousandths, or if you like to work in metric, roughly about 2 millimeters. So this is actually a 2 millimeter Allen wrench. And see if I can do this through the camera. So that just barely fits through there. So that's the initial gap that you want. So when you turn your throttle, you can see that white piece starts to come down, and it will actually push that rod down into the accelerator pump diaphragm down there, which squirts some fuel towards the needle. So I thought I had this adjusted properly, but mine had not enough gap between the white piece and the rod. So I got it adjusted properly. So ideally you want to do this when the carb is off the bike, just so you can get to it. But you adjust it by turning this screw in. If you need to increase the gap, this screw needs to go in. If you need to decrease this gap, this screw needs to come out. So there's just this little spring here keeping tension on that. So I just grabbed it with a pair of needle nose pliers and turned it because there's not enough room with the frame right here to get an actual screwdriver in there. So I've got that part adjusted. The other part of the adjustment is where it stops squirting. So you can see this little threaded screw here. This takes a little 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench in the top here. There's a little hex cut in the top, and it goes all the way through the car body and stops down here. And you can see the little wing right there. And so when I twist my throttle, you'll see it comes up. And when it gets to there, you can see the silver part separates away from it. So that's the actual throttle shaft that continues turning. But this stop is stopping the accelerator pump from pressing that rod down any further. Where that white piece contacts the stop, you want it to be roughly at 2/3 throttle. And so I'll get you in here and we contact, back off just a hair. And then if we come up and look at my marks, come on, focus. You can see there's my starting mark. We're half throttle. There's 3/4. And so we got that adjusted properly. And so I had that set properly the first go around. But increasing this gap between here, so I won't be spraying fuel as early, which may help with my fuel consumption. So I'm gonna get this button back up, get my tank back on, my seat back on, and get ready for the ride this weekend. All right, guys, so went on the ride over that weekend. It was just a single day ride, about 200 miles, and my fuel mileage did improve. So after adjusting the needle and adjusting the accelerator pump a little bit, it got me up to 35 miles per gallon. So between 3 and 5 miles per gallon. So that's an improvement. But between then and now, someone on YouTube reached out to me just asking for advice on getting his TM40 carb to run properly on his DR. It was a brand new TM40 that he purchased on eBay, and he bought the jetting kit from ProCycle, and he had it on, but he was having some serious running issues. So I made some suggestions, and then we checked a few things, and turns out that the TM40 carb that he ordered came with, whatever the default accelerator pump nozzle size is. Turns out it is a number 70, which I believe is what was in this carb when I got it. But it's just way too big for the DR650. The ProCycle jetting kit that he got came with a number 35 nozzle. So I put a 45 in this just based on something I read on a forum post. But if ProCycle's selling a 35 in their kit, I decided, let's give that a shot. So I've got a new nozzle for my accelerator pump here, and I'm gonna get that swapped out, and hopefully that will get my fuel consumption a little better and I won't lose any performance. So carbs off, bowls off, looks pretty clean, although I've only got maybe 700 miles on this, maybe close to 1,000 miles since I cleaned this, but no sediment, nothing in there, so it looks good. One of the other things, if you watch my video series on this in the first video, I mentioned buying these Allen head or Allen key screws, stainless screws. The rebuild kit for this comes with new float bowl screws because I did have to drill the head of one of these off of the originals because it was already stripped out when I got this carb. I put these back in, the new Phillips head, and they were fine. They came out just fine, but if you don't have a good tip on your screwdriver, these are really easy to round out. And if I ever needed to pull this off trail side, I think the hex heads are going to be the better way to go. So I'm going to put those on when I put it back together. But I just wanted to show this right here, this little brass piece sticking up in there. That's your accelerator pump nozzle. And if you go down to the bottom side, you can see the little slot in there. And so I'm just going to push. Boop. And it pushes right out. And then you can see it's got that little O-ring on there. So I'm going to swap this O-ring over to the new nozzle. So I've got 3 different size accelerator pump nozzles here. The far left is the one that came in this carb originally, and I believe it's a 70, number 70. The middle one is the number 45 that I had been running, and this left side is the number 35. And I'm going to see if I can get this to focus in just to see the comparison in the actual orifice size. So that little tiny hole in the very tip, you can see that the far left is a number 70, the middle is a number 45, and The far right is the number 35 that I'm going to put in it. So the size of that hole determines how much fuel squirts directly down the throat of your carb every time you twist the throttle. So for the big V-twins, Harleys and stuff, you need a healthy dose of fuel. For these little single cylinders, ProCycle's selling this number 35 in their kit, so that's what I'm going to put in. Got the O-ring on the new nozzle. The orifice is perpendicular to the slot, so I can kind of use that to judge where it needs to go. I will push that in, and I will take a little flathead screwdriver and just use it to push the rest of the way in. It needs to go farther than that. Put just a little bit of lube on that, just so it can slide up in there a little better. Oh yeah, that went way easier. Lube makes everything better. So this accelerator pump should be flush or under the surface of your float bowl mating surface here. So we got it up in there. When you twist your throttle, you want that nozzle to be spraying directly at the needle. And so you can just twist this however you need to. Because the adjustments that I showed earlier for adjusting when the pump actually starts spraying, you don't want it spraying, you don't want fuel hitting the actual slide. You want it hitting, as soon as the slide gets to a certain point, fuel to start spraying and hitting the needle. That way it atomizes correctly. So I'm not going to show you that process just because I can't really do it in front of the camera and show you what needs to be shown. Try to explain it as best as possible, but I'm going to get this put back together, back on the bike, and hopefully be able to get some miles on it. I've got the accelerator pump adjusted. I could dump fuel in here. Fuel's kind of stinky and highly combustible, and I don't really want to be spraying it around my garage. So I had some isopropyl alcohol, so it evaporates pretty quickly. So I just put some down in here, filled the bowl. So right up here, I'm going to be just twisting the throttle, and let me see if I can get you a little bit. Here you can see the top of the accelerator pump rod and squirt. And so those adjustments as far as when this engages, the gap between there helps make sure that this isn't spraying before the slide gets up at least to that much, because you don't want fuel hitting the actual slide. So and you can see I've got it hitting the needle directly. And so, yeah, it's a way that you can kind of test it out fairly safely, is just use some isopropyl alcohol. All right guys, so I just did 36 miles on the new accelerator pump jet, and I topped off right before I left. So let's see how much it holds. Well, a little over a gallon, so still only 35 miles per gallon. All right guys, so just got back from the Adventure Riders Adventure Palooza 2022. Ran the bike through its paces. It ran fantastic all weekend, but some people that were running behind me did say it smelled a little rich. Checking my fuel mileage over the weekend, I was getting anywhere from 25 to 30 miles to the gallon, so my fuel mileage has actually gone down some more. And I did, on my slide needle, have some wear that you saw. And talking with some other riders, someone commented that if the needle itself is showing wear, that the actual needle jet is probably so out of round that it's letting a ton of fuel by. So I didn't even think to check that when I had it out. Should have, but didn't think about it. So I'm probably just going to end up ordering a new slide needle and needle jet. Just going back, same sizes, just a non-worn part. Hopefully that'll fix my fuel consumption issue, lean it out a little bit, and we'll just kind of see where jetting goes from there. I may have to change jetting. I do have a 145 main jet, which is what ProCycle sells or recommends for running a stock exhaust, which I still have. So I may swap the 150 down to a 145 with a new slide needle and needle jet, and see how running goes. We're getting close to the end of the season. I'm going to be busy with kids things, so I may not be able to get a bunch of miles. So got a few things that I need to fix, and then order some new car parts, and hopefully by next riding season it'll be good to go. As soon as I have an update, it may be months from now, but I'll post an update video. If you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down there, leave me any comments or questions down below, and until next time, we'll see you later.